Hello there, and thank you for choosing to watch this introduction to the EIFS Council's video series exploring the costs of building enclosures. A short while ago, the EIFS Council set out to do something that had never been done before. That was to compare the life cycle costs of various enclosure strategies. While similar work had been done before, this undertaking would be unique in that it would compare the economic implications where all alternatives were designed and constructed to deliver the same level of thermal performance. This would be explored in both residential and commercial building environments. To get this done, the EIFS Council turned to the capable minds at RDH Building Science Laboratories. The principal author was Dr. Randy Van Straten. Peer review and stewardship was provided by Dr. Ted Kessick, John Garbin, President of the EIFS Council of Canada, and me, Peter Collier, on behalf of the EIFS Council's Technical Committee. To support the transfer of the study's information, the EIFS Council has produced a three-part video series. Part 1 takes a look at the study's terminology and basic framework. You can also find a copy of the study's terminology and framework at the link in this video's description. While most of the terminology will be familiar to the designer community, some terms may be new. Part 1 also looks at factors impacting whole wall R values such as thermal bridging, introduces the wall types examined for our two building types, touches on the locations and applicable energy codes, and as mentioned, the framework for comparative thermal analysis. In Part 2, we'll be looking at energy code for our subject cities, construction requirements to meet those codes, and the thermal modeling for each location and each enclosure strategy. This will be employed on our two building types, a 6-story wood frame and a 12-story commercial building. Part 2 also takes a detailed look at things such as floor-to-wall interfacings, mechanical attachment strategies, and window flanking, and how they contribute to heat energy loss. The corresponding energy use is explored. In Part 3, we start to pull all the information together and adding up our various inputs. This includes our upfront construction costs, repairs and maintenance activities over a 50-year service life, and of course our life cycle cost analysis. This comparative analysis is broken down into our subject cities, such as Calgary, and for commercial and residential construction. We'll also have a brief look at the impact of discount and escalation rates. These studies' conclusions are shared, as well as other insights that can be taken away from RDH's work. Until then, I thank you for joining me on this primer to the cost of building enclosures, and hope you'll join us in the balance of our series. Thank you, and take care now.